Good morning, everyone. I know some of you guys are still waiting, but look what I'm fixing to get to see. Can't hardly stand it. Well, fellas, it is a trade-off. It was a trade-off because we got a lot of rain last night. They were predicting maybe up to 2 inches. Now, I'm not sure. I don't think we got 2 inches, but all those drainage ditches we got set are going to be full of water and probably moving pretty good this morning. I almost want to just sit here and not say a word and just share this moment with you guys. That cloud's moving. The sun's just right there, sticking its head up. Oh man, I'm just gonna wait till you guys can see it live. Anyway, guys, I want to make sure I get my waders in the truck today because there's a good possibility I'm going to need them. I do have my hip boots on. I like wearing my hip boots anytime I can, not to crawl in them waders. But anyway, I'm going to grab them waders, throw them in the truck just in case I need to swap them out. And we'll see you guys over there in a minute, see what we got today. Alright guys, so first morning of 3:30 is had any action whatsoever, and it's because that water got up pushing some of that debris down through here and set it off. So we're just gonna get down here and get it back working. Rain, we'll have the otters moving around looking for food in areas that they hadn't been working. Just opens up new territory for them to get to. Guys, I got to enjoy that sunshine all the way over here this morning for the drive, but it's not going to last long. Clouding back up again, going to be overcast probably the rest of the day, but I sure appreciate that little bit I got to see this morning. That's all I'm going to do is set this back down in here pretty much the same way that I had it before. With all this rain and stuff we've had, I'm going to go ahead and put some more castor lure up here behind it, just to freshen that scent up in case a lot of it got washed off or washed away. There we go. And go ahead and add a little bit of castor back up here behind it. Alright, that's set back there and working, guys. Get over here and we'll check this foothold while we're down in here already. Looks like it's still going to be sitting there. Those sticks hadn't been disturbed. With this water coming up, guys, you may have to readjust where you got that trap, as it may be too deep. Right there it is. It's still all right. I set it off there. Alright guys, we're not going to come up too much shallower just because that water's going to drop pretty quick in here too. But I'm going to take some more castor, put some more castor up here on the bank. and a little gumball. Just whatever you got, guys. It ain't like to be a stick. You always see us grabbing sticks. It don't matter. As long as that scent's up there. A little bit of that water splashed in there, and pour it out there on the edge. There we go, guys. I'm gonna climb back out instead of walking around this morning with that water coming up. But guys, I showed you that trail at first morning. I sit over that trail coming under the bridge from the other side. Hopefully you guys can see it here. It just continues right out this side. So if you want to pick up coons, skunks, possums, that's where you would want to sit at, up there on that trail. Looking down there, guys, you can tell that water has come up over those guide sticks that we had. See, my chain has not moved, still in the same position it was. So that tells me that trap's still sitting there. So yeah, we're gonna head on up there, guys. Check that new area. A lot of you guys, I read the comments this morning, but I didn't have time to reply about that missing trap. Now, I don't remember the name of who it was, but someone one of you guys really took the time to type out a response on your observations, and they were good observations. The water does drop here in these drainage ditches pretty quick. They fill up fast, but they do what they're designed to do, and they fall quick, moving that water out of the area. So I really do believe those tracks in the bottom of that ditch were really fresh, because the water, we had just had rain a few days ago when the water was up. So those tracks had to have been within the last couple of days. I don't know. I'm still kind of baffled by it, guys. The only thing that really, it was a quick release. That animal wasn't attached to that trap long, and that's kind of what made me think that possibly it was a bigger cow. Was I think he, smelt that beaver caster was down in that ditch walking it, and stepped over there to get a good investigation of that caster lure we had on the bank. I think he stepped in my beaver trap. And I think with it happening, he was in it for a little bit because it rubbed that tree pretty good and the ground's disturbed quite a bit, a little bit of brush in the water. But I think it didn't take him long. He was able to pump enough, because I used those long extension cables. And I don't remember if that one may have had a little bit of piece of chain on it. I don't remember. But that animal, with that being anchored high up on that tree, and that animal being low down in that ditch, I think he was able to pump that chain, get a running start, basically like a hog would, get a running start and just pop that whole cable mechanism, split ring and all. And I thought, if I had to guess, that's what happened. He was able to pump that 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 times, and by doing so, he was able to stretch that split ring out until it released. And we had a failure there. I think it's going to be a fluke. I don't think it's something that happens all the time, but it just goes to show you guys that are new, getting into it. I remember those things were extremely aggravating, especially if you didn't have the knowledge to be able to walk through and figure out what happened. You automatically think it's something that you've done yourself wrong, and that's not necessarily the case. But you've got to stick with it long enough, guys, to be able to gain that knowledge, to gain that experience, to gain wisdom. And the only way you gain wisdom is by failure, guys, is by experience and failure. That's how wisdom comes along. So you can't get frustrated. You can't quit. You got to stick with it, because these things, they happen. They happen a lot more when you first get started. But once you start figuring things out, they happen a whole lot less, even to the point to where they become very seldom, but they do happen. And guys, the more traps you put out, the more chances of it happening, just like a catch. All right, guys, we made it over here. You can tell the water's rolling through here pretty good, and we can't see or get to any of our traps we got in the ditch. And guys, this situation for a new trapper is going to cause you concern. The state of Arkansas requires, guys, that your traps be checked every 24 hours, unless that trap is a kill trap. If it's a kill trap, you've got 72 hours to check it. So you're going to have concerns in situations like this as a new trapper. Is, you know, do I have to physically get down there, pull the trap up, lay eyes on it, make sure there's no catches in there? Guys, I'm going to say this. It's not worth, most of us trappers are out here on the line by yourself. It's not worth getting down in this water, taking a chance for your own safety to check those traps. Plus, guys, I would say no matter what I had set in the bottom of this ditch, that this water has turned that trap into a kill trap. So you got to use common sense and your own interpretations of the laws. Guys, as long as you do the best you can to the best of your ability, there's situations and circumstances, and I'm no lawyer, I'm not a fancy talker, don't have a way with words, and those laws, trying to read them, confuses me just like they do everybody else. But guys, just use common sense. Do the best you can. If you got a question about something, if you know that you ought to do it, you can do it, but you're just being lazy, then yeah, you're probably in the wrong. But guys, if you do the best you can, and don't worry about situations that are out of your control, just do what you can to navigate them. All right, what we are going to be able to check are these snares up here in this culvert. So let's head up there and see if we possibly picked up another one of those beaver last night. All right, guys, so our culvert here, our culvert right here, guys, this snare is, you're going to have to get down there and look at it to see if anything's going on. But did you guys notice something else back there in the background? He's hiding now. Hopefully you guys saw him when he was sitting there. We got us a beaver caught up here in this other snare, guys. Let's get down here and look right here real quick while he's hiding and see what this snare looked like. Chances are that water pushed that snare when the water got up, unless we had a catch before the rain came. That snare is going to be pushed back in there. Yep, and that's the case there, guys. Well, he's not going to stick his head back up. Guys, while this water's up, I'm going to step over here and look at this other side of this drainage. I think what I'm fixing to do now that the water's up, I think I'm going to take a 330 and I'm going to bed it in this channel down here. So, like this case, that snare fell down because of the water rising. So if we had something come past it while it was down, and we had a 330 guarding it down here in this end, then we would have picked it up, even though we missed it with that snare. Let's see if he popped back up after we walked off. He sure hadn't yet. We'll get down there. I'll pull him up there where you guys can get a good look at him. And guys, look right here too, this hole. You know, when we first over here investigating, we saw this hole, and I wondered if it didn't go all the way through this bank over into that pond. Well, guess what, guys? I got my answer now. You see that water flowing out of there? Even without me getting down in that pond, this hole is going to go all the way through to that pond. So that's a travel way that they're using. This one over here was obvious you know, this path to the pond was an obvious path, but we got another one right here too. All right, guys, let's get down here and get a better look at this beaver. I'm pretty sure this one's not going to have a trap on its foot either, but I'm sure hoping that it does. He went under and he come over here to this side to hide. Oh, he's going to be up underneath that little bit of cut bank there. Actually, he's dug him a den up in there. Oh, we're going to have to tug on him. I can see he's up in that hole there. Dug it out. Let's see if we can get him out here where you guys can see him. Oh, he's actually a pretty decent sized beaver, guys. I wasn't expecting a big one. But we got him, look there, right behind. We got him right behind his shoulders there. So that's what we were hoping to do. Yeah, that's definitely an adult there. Now guys, I'm gonna get him taken care of. We're gonna get some resets made in here, and I'll show you guys those resets whenever we get those done. All right, guys, we got these drowning rods in here. We're gonna put them to use instead of carrying them around. What I'm gonna do is take this over there to where this ditch where we just caught that beaver. I'll show you guys that beaver. He's a pretty good size one. But instead of resetting the snare, trying to get it adjusted in this high water, guys, we're gonna go up this run there where we caught him over to where it enters into the pond. And we're gonna put this foothold and drowning rod up here. So right here, guys, and it's funny, you guys, the water's running down there, quite a bit of water, and it's not 30 foot up there where we caught that beaver in that snare. So you would think that water was coming over this dam and running out, but it's not, guys. It's bank dens. So probably that little hole there where he was at up in the bank, it probably wasn't a hole that he dug. It was probably a bank den that he already had in there. And this water from this pond has got to be flowing out into this little ditch somewhere. We know it's coming out of this other hole, but there's got to be another hole over here feeding this channel running out too. So now that we know that, we can locate that hole and we can put another trap in that hole, because those animals are going to be using it to travel as well. I'll walk right around the edge of this pond, see if I can find those runs that are going out of here. And you got to be careful because it's going to drop off when I get to them. It's going to be a pretty good channel dropping off. Right there it is, guys. So I go from being under knee deep to right there. I'm almost to the top of my boots, guys. And then right here again, I drop right back up and out of it. So I'm gonna mark that right here with that stake. And I'm gonna bring a 330 back with me, and we're gonna place right there in that den hole. All right, guys, so right there's our stake. We're gonna lay that 330 right here. We're gonna get it set down in there in a second. Step back down here, let's get this foothold in place. Yeah, that stake works a lot better. All right, there we go, guys. It's down in there. Now all left to do is to set this trap and get it put in place right there. Right there, just guarding that crossing that they're going to be using. Now we're going to be able to, unless the water comes up, which it's not going to because it's draining out of here. All right, guys, I'm going to need a couple of sticks whenever I get over there to get that 330 put in there. So I'm going to grab them right here while I'm here. Let's walk over here and get this set put in here. Now guys, I don't have much doubt as long as these beavers, this colony has been living in this area. If I continued to walk around this pond, I would find more runs and dens just like this one. So here we are again, guys. Fixing to step off in that channel, in that run. That's just their road network that they're gonna use every time they come through here. Now this being about knee deep, guys, let's see how we're gonna set this trap down in there. Let's think about it a minute. Figure out the best way to set it. I'm gonna put that trap on that stick using those springs, pull them out, guys, and that's gonna secure that trap to that stick. I'm gonna go over, shove that end in. All right, that's not working either, guys. What I need, we can get one side secured, but it's cut bank under there. There's nothing to push this side into. So what I'm gonna do, that being the case, I was able to shove that stake down in there pretty good. Try that again. So now I got that stake actually shoved in there pretty good. We're gonna try to get a stick shoved in. And the same problem we run into trying to secure that trap. Alright, so I got that stick shoved in at an angle pretty good there. Guys, is this gonna work? We don't know. But what I do know is that this trap sitting in the back of that truck isn't gonna catch a beaver. And what I do know, even as goofy as what this looks, shove that end in there. Guys, we're gonna lift this trap and we're gonna, right there. Now we got that stick resting above there. As goofy as this looks and as odd as this is, there's a better chance, and we're just gonna shore up both sides of this stick best we can. I know there's a better chance, guys, of this trap making a catch right here in this goofy position than it's sitting in the back of my truck. So we're gonna give it a go and see what happens. There's actually a pretty good cavity there, guys. Back up in there, it's not just straight through. They've got a house right here. Right there is the stick they've drug up in there to eat. Now this may be where they're actually living at. And guys, that's pretty, actually, I'm kind of surprised that's as secure as what it is. We'll take this big log and we'll try to shove it up underneath that spring on this side. There we go, guys. So we're gonna give that a go. Crazy set. Sometimes you got to change things up and get crazy, guys. Unless you're just hammering them. Now, if you're just trying to catch numbers and as fast as you can, you don't want to take the time to do this. Something like this. But if you're like me and you're just kind of piddling, trying to help the farmers out, then take the time and experiment, because that's when you learn, that's when you grow, that's when you get better, is whenever you try goofy stuff like this. Whew. All right, guys, so we got it set here, we got it set there. I may try to stand that snare up in that pipe, but if we get any more rain, it's going to knock it right back down. But yeah, I think I'll go ahead and do that. Just stand that thing back up. Like I said, it's not working laying there. Might as well get it working while we're here. And it's going to work as long as it works. And if something comes through while it's working, then we're going to have a catch. So let's stand this back up here. There we go, guys. We're going to just open this up a little bit there on this side. And there we go, guys. That snare, I'm going to try to pick it up just a little bit to keep that water from hitting the bottom of it. Hopefully nothing big washes through there, hits it and knocks it down again. But it's working for now, and that's all we can ask. Yeah, this trap's kind of sensitive. It's just going off like it did. And that water rolling through here, I'm going to set this on the second notch. Sitting right there, guys, right in the middle of that run. Guys, with that being rocky, it can be hard to stick that diameter stick down through there. So what I'm going to do is use my rebar stake that I brought to anchor with, and we're just going to anchor it. At the same time, we're going to use it to secure this side of the trap. And another reason I like these T-handle, guys, because if you are using these anchors like this, wish I'd have brought the hammer. And I don't have it right at the right angle, but those T-handles will push. You put that stake through that corner of that trap like I always do, and those T-handles will push down right there on the top corners of that 330, and it will help secure there. But there we go, guys. All it's left to do is a little bit of blocking on both sides. We're just going to take this whole limb and we're going to lay it right across that trap there, guys. Alright, guys, made it over here to the big dam. Nothing in our crossing. I can see my stick still sticking up here for the 330. My flag's still there on this foothold, just barely peeking up. But guys, we got a catch over here with a rabbit. And it's not what we were after, it's another non-target. And I know there's a lot of controversy in the trapping world about showing these incidentals. But you know what? If you're gonna trap, these incidentals are gonna happen. It's part of trapping. So I'm gonna show you guys what I do when I catch an incidental. Now, guys, we got a foothold still here, and I'll show you why this animal isn't hurt whenever we get done. It's a young dog. It's got a collar, belongs to somebody. Guys, there's not many houses around here where I'm at. Hey, puppy. Hey, buddy. Huh? Come here. You ready to get out of there? Huh? You ready to get out of there? Come here. I'll get you out. Calm down. Come here, buddy. Guys, that trap's designed to hold the animal. You can see its paw there. There's no blood. There's no cut. Hey, puppy. Huh? Yeah, let's get you home. Let's get you home. Some little girl's probably worried about you. Huh? Somebody's probably worried about you. All right, don't you bite me, huh? Let's get you going. Let me see that name tag and see where you belong. You gonna stay with me when we get done? A lot of times, guys, whenever you catch these domestic animals, they're gonna be your buddy. You're gonna turn them loose, and I've had them follow me around, and it's aggravating, guys, because you got all these sets out here. It's not what you're after, but it happens. That animal's just scared. It's not hurt, it's scared, because something that doesn't happen to it, never happened to it before, has just happened to it. Let's see if we can tell what your name is. Oh, I got a phone number. Hey, Dave. Dave, huh? Your name's Dave. All right, guys, so you got to be careful here, because that dog's scared, and this trap has been the reason for his being scared the whole time he's been in it. So we're just gonna, as easy as we can, don't you bite me, huh? We're gonna take down here and we're gonna release those springs. All right, pull your foot out, buddy. It's free. It's free. There you go. Come here, Dave. Come here, Dave. Now, guys, he's gonna be sore. He will be sore for a few days, but there is no cut on this animal's paw, top or bottom. He has just been held here. It's the very same thing as a leash, or chained in the yard, or chained to a post, or kept in a pen. We just put that leash on that animal's foot. You ready to get home, huh? So just sit here. Give it some time, guys. He's going to be happy to be out of that trap. You're happy, aren't you, Dave? You happy now? You finally get some attention. You've been alone all night. Now you got some attention. Huh? Huh? Yep. Let's get you home. Guys, I'm not even going to worry about resetting this trap right now. We're going to leave it right here. My other trap's still working right down there for the cat. Dave, you are my second catch with my rabbit decoy. I just realized it. And you know what? There will be no catches with my rabbit decoy, guys. Because right here's what's left of him. Oh, Dave. All right, so Dave handled that for me. All right, guys, we're going to get him back to the truck now. And we're going to go for a ride with him. We're going to call his owner, see where they're at, and get him home, explain to them to just watch his foot. He's going to be fine. He just learned a lesson. He'll probably never get caught in another trap again. And he's going to be limping on it for a few days. But he will be fine. Dave, you know what? This is a good reason to do the hand in the trap challenge. Let me show you guys. You going to stick around, huh? Huh? Or are you going to run home? Come here. Come here, buddy. Come here. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so let's do this hand in trap challenge, guys. Traps do not hurt you, guys. If you're under the impression that traps hurt you, they do not. They hold you. That's it. The traps hold you. So I'm gonna get this off of me. Guys, one hand's in the trap, so I'm gonna have to use my knee or my foot to get one of those levers. I have to use my hand to get the other side of that lever. There we go, guys. My hand's out of there. It is not cut. It is not broke. It is not hurt. I'm gonna go on for about 5 minutes, and I'm gonna feel the pressure of where that trap was on my fingers. And after that 5 minutes, I'm gonna forget all about that even happening. Let's get Dave home, huh? I'll carry you. I'll carry you, buddy. All right, guys, good learning lesson. And we got one more location after we get Dave back home, and I'll check back in with you guys there. Oh, this is a tricky part, Dave. This is a tricky part. Hope we don't go down. Oh, buddy. Oh, buddy. Here he. Oh, there you go. There you go, guys. He's just gonna favor that foot for a few days. Come here. Come here. But he is gonna be perfectly fine. All right, buddy. That's your seat. That's your seat right there. Let's call Mama. Huh? You want to call Mama? Yeah. Let me see that number. Hello. My name is Chris Hathcote. Are you the owner of a little black puppy named Dave? All right. I've got... Oh, hey, man. Yeah, well, I've got him. Man, do you guys keep him at home? He's a long way from home. No, I'm actually up. I'm trapping beaver for up here just outside of Antioch. And I caught him in a trap this morning, set for a coyote. Is anybody at home? I'll bring him home. Okay. Yeah, well, you're right there behind your mom, aren't you? Okay. Is it the first or the second? Okay, I'll head that way and I'll bring him home then if you want to let him know I'm coming. All right, it'll take me a little bit, but I'm headed that way. Hey, no problem. All right, see you. All right, guys, that's simple. How about that? I ended up, because I talked to the community and I know where I trap. I know a lot of people around this area. I ended up knowing who the owner of this dog was. As soon as I said my name, he said, well, hey, Chris. So this dog is actually a long way from home, guys. I'm going to say he's a good... I'm out in the middle of nowhere. You guys have been seeing where I'm trapping, a bunch of farm country. There's houses around, and I actually figured this dog probably belonged to a house just right here close. But this dog belongs to a house that's possibly... well, we'll just turn the miles on as we go. I'm going to say it's about 3 miles down the road, but I'll check back in with you guys when we get close, and we'll see how far from home this puppy is. All right, guys, I don't know if you guys will be able to see it or not. So 3.4 miles there, and I'm not all the way to this gentleman's house yet. But of course, it's going to be a little shorter distance as the crow flies instead of taking the ropes to get over here. But I'm getting close to his house. I'm going to get out here and talk to him and explain to them what happened. And if they're not familiar with traps, I'll explain traps to them, and I'll be sticking my hand in a trap at the end to show them that it doesn't hurt. And chances are they're gonna understand what happened. And yeah, hopefully we'll introduce someone new to the trapping world that hadn't been involved before. But guys, we're almost to 4 miles now. When I'm at 3.9. Whenever we get to this gentleman's house, we'll be 4 miles away from where I had that trap set. So yeah. All right, guys. So we still got a location to set that pond. I saved it for last because I wanted to check that other dam about a mile up from where they're at. Time-wise, it's got with me getting a late start this morning, and Dave now. He's just sitting here comfortably, guys. I kind of like Dave now that we've taken a vehicle ride together. Anyway, I'm pulling up here at this gentleman's house. We're gonna get out here and talk to his daughter, and we'll see you guys later. All right, guys, Dave was excited to get home. Well, actually, I think he kind of liked me too, because he didn't want to get out of the truck. He didn't know where we were at. But as soon as I reached in and grabbed him, there's about, I think, 3 other dogs that come running up there to the truck. And as soon as he saw them, recognized them, I put him down. And he took off running around the yard. Hell, he wasn't 100% running. He did have a limp, and he will have for a few days. He's going to be sore. But he took off running around the yard with them. And in a couple of days' time, he will be back to normal. And hopefully he won't forget it happened, but he's not going to be hurt. I don't even, my hand, it's probably been 10 minutes ago, guys. In my hand, I feel absolutely nothing at all. So yeah, traps don't hurt and dismember like the old TV shows and the movies that you watch. Anyway, guys, made it up here to the dam. Today is not the day that the otters moved. What is that thing all muddy, guys? It's gonna be a sibling to that other one we caught the other day, guys. Now, I don't know if I want to get down there like I did with Dave and try to pet this thing, but anyway, we're gonna get it taken care of. We're gonna get these other traps checked real quick. Something else real quick. Man, it's raining on me now. I'm glad I didn't sleep in this morning. I wouldn't have got to see that sun shining for a little bit. But we have completely turned into overcast skies, and it is now raining on me again. I'm ready for all this stuff to pass. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to work. Water's not as high in this ditch as what I was expecting. But get down here and check this dam real quick. Our sets that we've got made around it. And guys, looky there, looky there, looky there. Ooh-wee. All right, guys, another beaver. I almost walked right up on him. He was gonna be in this foothold trap that we had set at the bottom of this log. Our cable wasn't hardly long enough to reach where we wanted it, but we've got him there. Now guys, this is a ditch. We've had this set, it's been right at 7-8 days now. We've got him caught by a back foot. He's not going anywhere, guys, but I'll get him taken care of real quick just to make sure he don't. So this is going to be the ditch where we've had it set for 7 or 8 days now, somewhere right around there. I don't know for sure. I had to look at my notes, but we hadn't made a catch yet up here. Hadn't made any sense. But I ended up talking to the property. I spoke about it in yesterday's video, so I won't go into it. But about a mile up this ditch, they've got another dam built, and that's where they're actually living and working. Our snare, I'm gonna check it. This is all changed, tore up from the way we had it, from that water getting up and having this beaver catch. This would have been the trap was actually sitting right here in the water. We had the lure right up here on the edge of this log. I can tell my snare is still here, but him being caught in that trap, we're in right at the edge of his catch circle. So I'm gonna find that snare, guys. It's right there. We're gonna try to define a little crossover right here and put that snare back in it. Gonna wrap that tail end of that snare around this wire. That's gonna help secure it and hold it onto that wire. Guys, I'm just gonna make this look like a crossing and a crossover where they're going through. I'll take that snare. I'm gonna put it. I don't want it sitting on the bottom, but I want it guarding that run. And there we go, guys. We'll take this limb that's right here and we'll try to position it over the top of that snare. Right there we got our cross sticks. It's actually why we put those cross sticks there. There we go, guys. We got that snare working at least for a little bit till that water gets back up. Now with us making this catch on him, I want to make sure there wasn't another one with him. I want to climb down in here, check this 330 and this foothold. Now my stick's still right here. I'm just going to find my drowning rod, find my mechanism, follow it to my trap, and the trap's still set right there. I'm already right down here with this stick. I'm going to find my 330. It's right there, guys. I'm hitting it. It's actually still set. It's probably clogged up with leaves and debris, but it's still set. I'm gonna leave it until the water goes down to get it put back in working order. But that's gonna be it, guys. I'm gonna get this beaver out of here. I'm just gonna set that trap right there where it was, just like we had it. Put a little bit of fresh castor lure right back on this log, and get that skunk out of that, get it reset, and I'm gonna head to the house, guys, before it starts raining even more than it is. But guys, thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.